weird that we're not together and I don't know how to say hello.
Roses for a certain day this weekend.
I don't know if they'll last till Valentine's Day because it's snowing and I've wanked? Oh my God, sorry.
I was going to say, I know you're single at the moment, but whoa. Okay, we're going there, are we?
No, I've whacked up. My God, I can't talk. I've basically
gone all red is what you've gone.
I've put up the heating, and so I don't know if they'll last.
You put up the heating.
No, certainly not. Not in the middle of a pandemic. Cheers.
Cheers.
I am going for a Sicilian lemon gin with blueberries.
Oh, what, the fruit? Oh yeah, you've put fruit in it.
Yeah,
I always think it makes, I don't know why, but it always seems a lot more kind of classy if they put loads of ice and loads of fresh fruits in the gin.
That's what I think. And I'd pay in a bar, I'd definitely pay an extra £3 for.
I mean, at this rate, I'd pay £40 to sit in a bar with a gin and tonic, but yeah, okay.
Well, hey. Well, hey. That too. This week, the big V-Day for Valentines. Obviously, pandemic has changed things for people who are in relationships this year, Cam. People who are single this year, people who are dating, people who are doing whatever they're doing. Valentine's will not be the same. I've done the classic thing of taking Valentine's evening off, requesting it off in the hope, I'd get some hot date. No.
The takings of just restaurants and bars in general must be plummeting. I feel so sorry for them, the fact that they can't get that Valentine's Day clientele. But also, I remember speaking to a couple of waitresses who were friends of mine at university, and they said there was always last minute men calling up at like 5 p.m. desperate to get a table for their date, and obviously they've left it too late and they've been really disorganized and then of course can't get one. But I just used to find it hilarious listening to these stories.
The men that I have seen to have dated don't like planning ahead. So like trying to get a booking in somewhere but not wanting to come across to sort of like, oh, it's a candlelit restaurant, but finding the balance between like a McDonald's and a super candlelit ballooned restaurant.
Do you think it's because they like the spontaneity, or do you think it's because they're just disorganized and hopeless?
Disorganized and hopeless.
Good. Well, hopefully next year Valentine's Day will be a bit better and maybe we'll both have dates.
Maybe we'll go on a double date, Cam.
We could go on a double date. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Let's talk summer holidays. Will they? Won't they? What the hell's going on? Vaccine passports. Full disclosure, I have already booked flights to Greece for the summer because it was right at the start of this third lockdown in January, and my friends and I just thought we need something to look forward to. Even if we are giving each other false hope, we just need something to look forward to in the summer. Increasingly, it looks like it's not going to happen, but the flights are still there and there's still that spark of hope.
Do you think it was irresponsible of you in the middle of a pandemic to book a foreign summer holiday?
No, because in the summer, cases are very, very low. In fact, I was looking at the death numbers recently, actually, and in August, there was a couple of days where the death numbers were in the single digits, which obviously every death is awful, but it was in single digits. The virus levels of transmission goes right down in the summer. We would have to take tests anyway before we went. Certain economies, so Greek economy really relies on tourism, so I feel like I'm helping them out a bit by going. And if I have to isolate when I get back, I have to isolate when I get back. I was really good last year. I didn't go abroad at all. The last time I went abroad was when we went skiing over a year ago. I haven't been abroad since. And I feel like if we are all vaccinated, which I think we will be, or a vast majority of us will be by August, I don't see a reason that we should stifle the economy further.
In summer, things will look a lot differently, but we don't know how that looks, you know, and there will be people probably who won't be going on summer holidays and stuff this summer. I personally would absolutely love to go away. You know that feeling when you step off the plane and the hot air hits you
and the problems all just melt away.
And you get to the hotel and they check you in, they go, here's your key, and you get to the room, it's all air-conned, and you get yourself ready for the first dinner out. Oh, God, I love it.
Dream, the actual dream. Oh, I can't wait. And it will happen again, even if it isn't this summer, it will happen again.
It will happen again, and we are going away.
Yes, we will do. If it was draconian borders, but it meant that we could go back to complete normal in this country, no social distancing, bars, clubs, everything open properly, but you couldn't go on holiday internationally for a year, would you take that deal? And I personally would take that deal. And 85%, I think, of my Twitter followers agreed.
This is the massive, massive issue. That idea is very good in theory, but how is it actually going to be put into practice when you've got people who are influencing out in a foreign country, and that's their reason for leaving the UK at the moment, when we don't even have as many vaccines as we will in the summer?
Well, Dubai's been put on the red list now, which means you can't go there without a valid excuse, and you will from Monday the 15th of February have to quarantine in a hotel at vast costs. Let us know what you think. Do you think the borders should be shut completely in order for us to go back to normal? Have you booked a summer holiday this year?
Let us know in the comment section, Instagram. We'd love to hear your thoughts. One that has really, really stuck with me this week has been the Katie Price documentary, which showed her journey with her son. Katie Price has hit the headlines over all sorts over the years. She's obviously been in the limelight for very, very long, and I think the public perception of her has changed throughout, from like her Peter Andre days to her single days, and the struggles that she has to go through daily with her son. Really, really difficult moments which are shown in the documentary.
There's no denial that Katie Price has really had to look after her son, who is over 18 now, and he has a condition which means he needs a lot of care. And that documentary, I haven't seen the whole thing myself, but I've seen clips of it, and it does show a different side to her. It doesn't show the Instagram filters, as you were talking about, or the red carpets or whatever. But I struggle with Katie Price a little bit and her public image of Harvey, her son, because it's not the first time that he has been in the limelight. And on her YouTube channel as well, Harvey features a lot in that. The difference with this documentary is it's solely focused on their relationship and solely focused on their struggles and whether to put him in care or not. I do feel like sometimes she uses him for fame a little bit, or to keep a public, to keep herself relevant.
But also at the same time, I actually think it's really important to show that side and show Harvey, you know, on a public platform sometimes, because it actually probably really, really helps other parents who are in that position to see that side and to know that a public figure is using their platform, is actually sharing their struggles. Like on this documentary, she met up with a mum who she's been in contact for years, who has a son with a very similar condition and needs to Harvey. And she said, you know, we've known each other for years, but obviously this is the documentary. But they've known each other for years, and her fight has actually really helped that woman. And so I would just say that.
And I think it helps the fact that she is a celebrity, because people tend to listen to celebrities. Whether it's bad, I don't know, that's a whole nother debate, but it does highlight issues which need addressing. And like you said, she spoke to that mother who's going through similar struggles, but would that mother have been able to share her struggles or help implement change if it wasn't for being friends of Katie Price, who has a very high profile?
Oh, I've just got a notification saying Princess Eugenie has given birth.
Oh, Oh, great. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh. Princess
Sorry.
Eugenie is
Sorry.
so Princess Eugenie is the youngest daughter of Prince Andrew, who is the Queen's third
Yeah.
son and favourite son, who is no longer an active member of the royal family for obvious reasons, which we're not going to go into.
£8, 1 ounce, and it's a baby boy. Very lovely.
Oh, Buckingham Palace
Very,
has
very
announced
lovely.
that news. That is really lovely. Do you know, royal births, even if it's a minor royal, just lift the spirits, don't they?
They do, don't they? They really do.
This month, February, is LGBT History Month, if you didn't know. And if you don't, you do now.
Flying the flag.
Fly the flag, fly the flag. And something which I don't think it was meant to coincide with the month at all, actually, but it's a Channel 4 series which seems to have broken lots of records and has got a lot of people talking, is It's a Sin. And it focuses on the HIV and AIDS epidemic in London in the 1980s going into the very early 1990s. And just how shit it was, to be perfectly honest. Back then, HIV, there wasn't a lot known about the disease. And if you were diagnosed with it, it was essentially a death sentence. And at the time, the people who tend to get it was gay men. What I wanted to highlight was the fact that just how much provision has changed now, because A, there isn't a stigma and it's no longer the gay disease. Anybody can get it, girls can get it, straight people can get it, children can get it, anyone can get it. But because there is drug treatments available, it is no longer a death sentence if you get it. If you're diagnosed with it, there's drugs available to suppress the virus and means you cannot pass it on to anybody else, and you can live a normal, full and healthy and happy life. And also there's drugs to prevent you from getting it in the first place. There's PrEP available on the NHS, which stops you from getting it. And if you have unprotected sex when you're not expecting to, and you get treatments quick enough, then again, you can't get it. And I feel like we just need to break the stigma a bit and try and eradicate this disease from the UK, because it's not necessary and it doesn't need to have a stigma anymore.
And the best thing that you can do in these situations is highlight it and talk about it and educate. Because the more that you educate about that, or about, X, Y, Z, and whatever that subject might be, then the more people understand.
One of the charities, Terence Higgins Trust, aims to eradicate it from the UK. So I'd recommend looking on their website if you want to get tested. Just make sure that you don't have it, and if you do have it, doesn't matter because there's treatments available.
And also, that's also a note to everybody, in general. Everybody should stay on top of their health.
Yeah.
This isn't just directed, as you said, at a particular part of society. Everybody should.
Thank you so much for joining us this week. We covered a lot, but we hope you stuck with us and enjoyed it. And we'll be back at some point.
We've probably still got a few more virtual episodes to go before you'll see us next to each other. But we hope that we've brought some conversation to you. And we hope that you're enjoying your drink right now as you're watching this. So cheers and see you soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.